I have as my guest today a partner from India, Raman Narula, Managing Director of Formula Group. They are a leading provider of integrated corporate mobility services in India that support Fortune 500 clients for both inbound and outbound mobility needs. They were established in 2004 and they offer quite a broad range of services to support the relocating employees, from destination and immigration services to service apartment support, car rentals, as they have a very large fleet in place, or specialized recruitment services. Hello, Raman, and thank you very much for being with me.
Thank you, Madalena. Good to see you. Thanks for having me here.
Raman, I know that this year Formula Group celebrated its 17th anniversary. 17 years since you started this whole business. What is the story brief of its inception and growth of Formula Group?
Well, that's a good question because we've had a very interesting story. As I've mentioned before in my previous conversations with people, that Formula Group was actually born on the golf course. That one day I was playing golf with one of our Japanese clients. So during the game, while having a conversation, they were talking about certain challenges they were facing when they are, while they're in India, which is related to their housing, their cars, language barrier, and so on. And I don't know what happened that one of those guys looked at me and said, "Hey, Raman, you understand the expat mind, you understand the Japanese mind for that matter. Why don't you start something which will help us?" And I don't know what happened. They managed to convince me, and I was sitting in their office a month later, and they actually had a check for me to fund the startup, which we call Formula Group, and that's how Formula Group was born. And we created a company, as you said correctly, over the years, which offers integrated service verticals to manage the life cycle of expats in India. So that's where we were born.
That's a really great story. Raman, I read something regarding the single window solution model regarding your business. What is exactly the single window solution model that you conceptualized?
We started off with creating a single window solution where any client or any expat or any assignee coming in could, by sending a single email, should be able to access the entire chain of services which were required in the life cycle of an assignee when on a posting or an assignment.
With a single email?
Yeah, which means a single point of contact, which meant that you could contact Formula and take help. For example, when somebody's coming in, they need help in firstly when they reach here, they need to be able to find an apartment or a home or whatever. So that's where the DSP model came in, to be able to help people do their home searches, school searches, and settling them in and stuff like that. The moment you come in, or before you're even coming in, you need also to, within 14 days, get your local visa registration done, or residence registration done in India. You also need necessarily to apply for maybe a work permit visa while you're in your home country, and so on. So therefore came the immigration vertical, which was a no-brainer, where we started supporting our clients in all these services. And today we support a lot of global law firms, a lot of RMCs or direct clients with that service. Thereafter, a lot of clients also wanted a hassle-free experience where they could just move into ready to what I call a plug-and-play environment, where they could just move into a home which was already furnished, had the Wi-Fi, had the had their cable, had everything built in. So we also started a corporate housing vertical where we started doing bespoke service apartments, where we take up units in condominiums and furnish them and provide them housekeeping services, and which was a big hit. And we operate more than, I think, around 150 units across different cities in India. And as you know, in India, thereafter, the moment you come in, you're handicapped badly because you cannot drive. Most of the expats aren't allowed to drive. So we started offering a fleet, a car with a chauffeur to our clients coming in. And trust me, we never imagined that. It became so big and a big hit that we operate more than 600 vehicles of our own.
Raman, you mentioned a bit earlier that the whole idea was born on a golf course. I know you're a passionate golfer. Do you have any story of such a, golfing trip that went wrong?
Gosh, that's a good one. Yes. There's a very interesting story there. I would say not a golfing trip, but a golfing game, which went incredibly wrong. And that was that I was playing with some clients one day, and they were very senior guys, and I wanted to make sure that I don't win that game.
Of course.
I wanted to give the respect that they should win.
Of course.
So we have what we call a par 3 or a par 4 or a par 5. In a par 3, you have to hit the shot and be in the hole in 3 shots. So it's called a par. So I let my clients hit first. So and they were all somewhere on the left, right, and I thought I must hit it so that it keeps going away and they win it. And I hit that shot, and to my horror, the ball went in the hole
Directly.
First shot, and it was a hole in one.
So you speak Japanese language. You're a mathematics graduate.
I've forgotten my maths.
You're a painter. You have written a book on personal anecdotes and stories called Monkey Nuts, and you're the managing director of one of the leading Indian expatriate mobility management companies. What did you actually want to be when you grew up as a kid?
I've ended up, I don't know what I wanted to be, but I've ended up being what, as they say, jack of all and master of none. So yes, I still don't remember what I wanted to be, but I think I'm totally confused. But you're right that the painting you see behind me. I'll just move aside. That's one of my that's one of my paintings. This is in a boardroom in the office. So I ended up painting that, which was I don't know why they put it up in the office, but I'm sure it must be appealing to some of my colleagues. They put that up. You're right. I ended up, which I never thought I would, capture some of my thoughts in form of a book, which is right here, called Monkey Nuts.
That's a really interesting title.
Yeah, that's also a painting of mine.
A painting.
And to quickly tell you what is Monkey Nuts are actually snacks. Is like peanuts with spices and with onions, with chilies, all cut into small pieces and served at bars in Delhi clubs, which you have with a drink. And every time you take a bite, you don't know what you're going to bite into, whether it's going to be chili or whether it's going to be an onion or whether it's going to be spicy.
A surprise. Yeah.
Surprise. And that's what life is all about. It's a surprise. Every time you do something, every day you wake up is a surprise. It's a new day. It's a new action, which you don't know what you're going to do. And I think that's what life is all about, is to be able to live through these experiences. And therefore, I call this book Monkey Nuts.
And one last question, still on a personal note, what would be your superpower, Raman?
Whoa, you should be asking my wife that. I think the most superpower I would have is the power to stay calm under any circumstances, to not, I rarely lose my temper. I don't think I've ever lost my temper. I don't think anybody in my office has heard me speak loudly. Never, ever. So I guess being calm, being able to take things as they come and to understand the fact that whatever is happening for a reason and nothing is permanent. Calmness, I think, is maybe my superpower right now.
Thank you, Raman, very much.